Hello, friends. Welcome to our little one-shot. We're going to do a quick set of introductions, and then we're going to talk about the game actually that we're playing, and then we will get into playing said game. So I am Kyle. I use he, him pronouns, and I will be the quote-unquote GM tonight, which really just means that I play the NPCs and I don't have to roll too many dice. And everybody else will get to play the PCs and hopefully roll lots and lots of dice and do crazy things that I have to react to. Let's go around clockwise because that's how I usually like to roll. Randlam, you want to introduce yourself real quick?
Hey everybody, I'm Ran. I use they them pronouns. Shelve the books on Twitter, and I'm looking forward to letting out some lasers and also maybe some feelings.
Yes. Chase.
Absolutely. My name is Chase. He, him pronouns. You can find me at TQ Loudly on Twitter. And I am curious about these laser feelings I hear so much about.
Laser feelings are a thing, absolutely. Forda in the role of the Black Monolith. No, just kidding. Forda is having some lighting issues tonight, so they will be on with us by audio and can see us, but we can't see them. Forda, you want to introduce yourself real quick?
I do. I'm Forda Vare on almost all the social medias. You can find me on Instagram as LexArts instead, but with two X's. I'm super excited for exploding a bunch of feelings everywhere.
Oh, so the feelings are going to just explode all over the place. So this is a one-page PDF. Literally, this is the entire game. There's nothing else to the game except for a handful of D6s. I have posted a. You can see up in the. Yes, right there. You can't really. There we go. Right there is the address to get it if you don't already have it. It's a free PDF by John Harper, who also designed Blades in the Dark and some other fantastic games. So, lasers and feelings. You start out, it gives you a situation, you make up some very brief characters, there's a very simple dice mechanic, and then you just play to find out what happens. So, my friends, you are the crew of the interstellar scout ship Raptor. Your mission is to explore uncharted regions of space, deal with aliens both friendly and deadly, and defend the consortium worlds against space dangers. Captain Darcy has been overcome by the strange psychic entity known as something else, leaving you to fend for yourselves while they recover in a medical pod. That's the starting situation for the moment. You can create your characters. Please feel free to talk it through with each other. You choose a style, a role, a number. You get one stat in this game, and a cool space adventure name. And then a goal. And after that, we'll build the ship. So while y'all are doing that, I have done intentionally zero real prep. I'm going to roll up the space adventure right now while you create your characters.
Excellent.
Excited.
Forda, I think you had mentioned in the green room that you had something very specific in mind.
Yes,
Yeah.
lay it
I'm
down.
going to be a hotshot alien pilot who is
Ooh.
a disaster of feelings.
So what is
that's
your
two
number
then?
is
I was going to go with 3, but I'm sorely tempted to just pick 2, just for the disaster of it.
Excellent. I'm gonna go ahead with a. I was looking at this a little bit. I think I'm going to be an intrepid engineer who's out to prove myself. I did some scouting around for naming type things. Found with the name Jonas DeWitt.
Oh wow! All right.
Oh
Sounds
my
very,
god, that is a very space adventure name.
I know. I really wanted to go Super Silver Age on that one.
All
Yeah,
right.
yeah. By the way, Forda, what was your character's name?
I have to think of one.
Does your character remind me? Did your character have a goal?
He does. His goal is to find new worlds.
Okay.
Let's see, what's his name?
And Chase, you said Jonah DeWitt?
Jonas DeWitt.
Jonas.
That one character on SG1 that everybody kind of liked, but not as much as Michael.
Look,
Shanks.
there was a lot of people to like on SG1.
There really were, though.
Yeah.
The only bad thing about that show is it went too long and fell into the trap of too much.
Yep.
I fell into the trap of Richard Dean Anderson being like, I'm going to retire, and then being like, we can still carry it without him. That'll be okay. All right. Let's see. So we have an engineer and a pilot. Oh, boy. I really don't like to play on type, but I feel like I'm going to have to. It's just going to be dangerous to be around me all the time. And I'm for sure going to be a soldier because why wouldn't you be a dangerous soldier? Mm-hmm. Let's see. My number, man, what kind of soldier are you? Are you do you trust in technology or your feeling soldier? Ooh. It's rough. Okay. Dangerous soldier. Yeah, let's go 3. I am gonna have feelings. Yeah.
Let's see.
And it's definitely something. I think my name is gonna be. Let's see. Damien McBeefshank.
Oh my god, I'm so into it. I'm very into this right now.
Yep. You can call me McBeefshank if you want. Or Shank or Beef. You can call me Damien too, but I might be like,
no,
what?
You're Beef.
Okay.
I'm into it. So we've got
Beef. Okay, I think I've decided on a name. I'm gonna be like Rip Dash or something like that. Something dumb. Man.
Rip Dash is great. I love it. Okay,
is
so we
it
have
Rick or Rip?
Rip, like Richard, but don't call him Richard.
No.
That's my father's name. Yeah, exactly. Got it.
So Rip Dash is the alien hotshot pilot who wants to find new worlds. Right?
I'm just on a sightseeing kick.
Jonas DeWitt is what kind of engineer?
Intrepid.
Intrepid engineer.
I have to prove myself.
I mean, aren't they all? What is Jonas's goal?
That is his goal, to prove myself.
That's right. Yes. And then Damien Beefshank.
Yep. You can call me McBeefshank, but Beefshank works too. Either way.
McBeefshank, only here for a limited time.
Yep, exactly.
Is a dangerous soldier. What was their goal again?
I'm trying to decide if I'm going to play against type here. I think it's going to be solve weird space mysteries. It's not going to be kill things, and it's not going to be keep being awesome, even though Beef really is awesome. Yeah.
I mean, maybe they've just got nothing to prove.
Yeah, it's true. And they're 2 days away from retirement, which I am sad that it's not on this list. But
hey, that means you got nothing to prove.
Yeah, it's like we're not actually restricted to this. So all of you have a consortium uniform with built-in. I'm sorry.
You can create your own goal.
Absolutely.
He's 2 days from retirement.
His tour is to survive 2 days.
Yep. Damien, okay, Beefshank is to survive to retirement, which is 2 days away. Yep. Got it.
I'm sure that nothing bad could possibly...
Especially if I'm a dangerous soldier. Nope. This is the cushy job for sure.
Right. So you all have a built-in vac suit for spacewalks. Oh, super sweet space phone camera communicator scanner thing with universal translator and a variable beam phase pistol, which is theoretically set to stun. Maybe not in the case of Beefshake.
Beefshake definitely never has that on stun. You never know. One stun might not be enough. You might need full stun.
Full stun ahead.
Which is just dead.
What for the Raptor, you can pick 2 strengths. Fast, nimble, well-armed, powerful shields, superior sensors, cloaking device, or fighter craft.
So as the pilot, we need nimble. I don't care about anything else. We need it to be nimble.
All right.
I'm fine with that.
Let's take a look here. I'm going to go ahead and say powerful shields. I can keep a powerful shield up. I don't know about the rest of that stuff, but I can keep a powerful shield going.
Okay.
Okay. But it also has a problem. It could be a fuel hog. You've only got 1 medical pod, and Captain Darcy's already in it. Horrible circuit breakers, or a grim reputation.
I mean, personally, I really like it only has 1 medical pod, and Captain Darcy's already in it.
Same. Don't get hurt, guys.
Yep.
We're in it to win it.
Yep. And Damien definitely is not nervous about there not being any empty pods to be alive.
Why would he be nervous? He's going to be retired in 2 days.
I know. I can't wait. There's the moons on Angolia 7 where every day is a different tropical paradise and every coconut has a different kind of liquor in it. Can't wait.
I'm into it.
I'm here for the rum tree.
Right?
I'm here for the 15-year-old Scotch plants over there. Yep.
Angolia 7. So
Refill.
Angolia 7 is a place. So here's the basic mechanic. When you're going to do something risky, which is when we'll call for a roll, you get 1d6 for just kind of for luck. You add a d6 if you're prepared, and another d6 if you're an expert, which is why you have a roll and so forth. Also, if somebody wants to try to help you, they make a roll, and if they succeed, they give you one die. If you're using lasers, you want to roll under your number. That is, if you're using logic and science and reason and thought and careful approach or whatever, then that's when you want to roll under to succeed. If you're using feelings, so it's sort of a left brain, right brain thing, right? Rapport, passion, sentiment, humanity, all that emotional stuff, then you want to roll over. If none of your dice succeed, things are going to get worse.
Oh no.
If 1 die succeeds, you're gonna do what you wanted, but just barely. You get a complication, a cost, something like that. If 2 dice succeed, good job. If 3 dice succeed, you're gonna get a critical success with some extra effect. And if one of your dice has exactly your number, you get laser feelings. And you can ask me a question to get some special insight into what's going on, and I'll answer you honestly. And in that case, you could, after I answer, you could change your action and then roll again. In our case, we are going to start off. So Captain Darcy is kind of floating in their medical pod, and you can see sometimes them kind of twitching their head back and forth as they're fighting inside their mind with something else, the strange psychic entity. Who among you has temporarily assumed command of the Raptor?
I think that's gonna be Rick. Rick's the one that knows how to fly it.
I think Rick at least does his very best. He's probably not very good at it.
Is it Rip or Rick or Rick? What was the name?
Rick.
Rick, like Richard, but not.
Oh, I had Rip Dash, and I was like, Okay.
That would be great, but no.
Okay.
You probably get to correct people a lot.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna. I promise you, that's gonna happen.
Everyone's just like,
a
yo,
not
Rip.
alien name.
Right.
What kind
Hello.
of alien is Rick? What does Rick look like?
So I don't know about anything else, but he's brightly colored and has I guess a dramatic fringe, I guess, around his face. It's like he looks ridiculous, but whatever.
I by the way, this is like the third game that we've played together, and I detect a recurring theme.
I mean,
Look, some people have a type.
Absolutely, we all have a type of some sort or another. Okay. I have a
probably
question.
Vaguely fish-like.
Vaguely fish-like.
Does
as
he
far as,
have
like,
lips?
Fringe goes.
Does he? I mean, are there lips on the fish? It's
Not
important.
that fish-like.
Okay, all right. I just wanted to know.
It's good to know. Good to know. I am curious. The consortium. What kind of government is the consortium? Is it like a monarchy? Is it a republic? What is it?
I would imagine it's like an oligarchy, right? So it has like 4 or 5 heads of, elected officials based on whatever, like population size or something extremely unfair, and they just make all of the decisions. And then everyone else is like, I only have 3 planets, and they're like, your vote kind of counts, but me and the 31 that I control, we're gonna say less taxes.
Come on now. You had to go hard right there. Right. Well, that's the reason that's important is because there is a space pirate queen
Ooh.
that is in your sector, named Katha Queen Howless. Queen Katha. Queen Katha.
Katha. She sounds nice.
And
Yep.
what do y'all know? Which of you has dealt with the space pirate queen before?
Oh, I mean, I have, for sure. I feel like Beefshank is like, oh, not Katha's people. Not again. Bloodthirsty. Always with the knives and the razors. It's never enough. Always blood. That's all they ever want. It's creepy because lasers cauterize wounds, and then they just, use the knives. Oh. And then he, presses a button on his neck, and, a chemical gets released into his brain. And then he just, oh, okay, it's okay. Yep. And then he stops talking about the blood and the knives.
Well, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I think Rick has probably not directly interacted with the Queen, but maybe buzzed her ship once or twice before being a pilot of this one, naturally.
Sure, of course. Yeah, wink, wink.
You only
sure.
buzz so many ships like that before you get a new ship.
Right.
One way or another.
Yeah.
One way or
another.
Yeah. Well, if you're able to pilot the next one, then it was not too bad.
Mm-hmm.
If you're still able to, fly anything.
If you can dock, you're set.
Yeah.
Right. So tell me, are you in this sector to do something else, or were you here to deal with the space pirate queen?
I'm definitely feeling we're here to try and get Darcy and the something else disconnected, and the space queen happens to be here. I don't know. What are you guys feeling?
I'm feeling
That
we were
sounds
definitely
right.
not here for her, but
Yeah,
I don't know what we were doing.
They specifically put you away from Queen Katha, just in case, because of the incidents.
Right. And
Yes.
then yet we end up being here anyway.
Right.
Weird.
It's the
not-
incident all over again.
Yeah.
Yes, maybe somehow that's why you had to wrestle Captain Darcy into the medical pod, because they brought you to this place. And as you are discussing the fact that you know that you are in Queen Katha's territory, you get a hail on your comms. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep. Beep, beep, beep.
Hello?
It's not Queen Katha.
Okay.
Instead, it's Captain Jenker, also a consortium pilot.
Okay. Okay.
Sup, Captain?
Where's Captain Darcy? I need to speak with Captain Darcy immediately.
He's currently predisposed. Indisposed? Which word's
Well,
that?
perhaps I thought he was predisposed to talk with me, but maybe he's indisposed now and therefore can't.
How do you turn the visuals off on these things? This guy is just hideous. I can't get it.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Hey, Jake, buddy. Oh, really? Seriously, how do you engineer? You're the engineer, right? Turn this off.
No,
I don't know.
I'll get it. Hold on. Let me.
All right.
Listen.
Yep.
Which of you is in command now?
I'm flying the ship.
We
I guess.
all are.
It's hard to
We're
see
all-
you. I can't see you. Whoever said that.
His comm's down right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair
Can you
enough.
just make mine like that, though?
Be
That's all.
watching a comm and flying at the same time. It's dangerous.
Wildly unsafe.
That's true.
Oh.
You should never look at your comms while you're flying. That's distracted flying. Good
Get in
call.
the wrong lane.
Yeah. Voice communications only. No, that's a good choice. The thing is that I'm here to let you know that I've changed sides and want to invite Captain Darcy or perhaps Captain Dash to join us. The problem is the consortium is no longer functioning correctly. They are oppressing the people, and it is only Queen Katha who can fix everything.
Like, in theory, that sounds great. That really does, except it's Queen Katha, and she likes knifing things.
There's a lot of knifing going on.
Some
Zero.
things need knifing.
But one question, though. Can I roll over my 401k from the consortium? Because, look, I'm out of here pretty soon. You know what? You guys fight these, whatever flag goes on the armband. But, like, I have some PERS going on. I diversified a lot of investments for my portfolio. And it's very important that for my retirement, which soon, do I get the same sort of rollover benefits?
Right.
I suppose that by the time we complete our takeover of the consortium, perhaps you will already be retired and we will be fine.
Wait a minute. That sounded like a threat to me, though.
No. I don't want to threaten you. I want you to join us, and we can bring peace to the galaxy.
Peace doesn't sound very peaceful if I'm getting knifed.
You're not going to be getting knifed. You're going to be on the side of the queen who has the knife.
So we're going to be doing the knifing.
Right.
I don't want to knife anybody.
I have to tell you, if you are in this sector and you don't join the queen, I will have to treat you as a threat. I would rather not do that. Captain Darcy and I go way back.
Well, right now, you're not going to have much of a choice. You see, Captain Darcy, and I'll take the comm, and I will just swing it around to point at Captain Darcy. Captain Darcy's not doing too hot right now. So we're going to have to let him fight that out right now. He's working on it. He's working on it. I have total faith. It's going to be fine.
Yeah.
He's dead.
How about this? He's not dead. I told you. He's just...
Doc
Fucking
says
nuts.
he's just resting really violently.
I've had several pets in my life that have always been resting very violently after a certain point. You know what I mean? Okay.
Wait, they're the ones who went to the special moon up sector where they
Yep.
were able to run and play. Yeah, they told
Yeah.
me that about
Yeah,
mine
the
too.
farm.
Yep.
The farm planet Colex. It's where they all go. Wink.
Mm-hmm. But how about this? We'll mull it over, and we'll get right back to you. Is this a good number to get you at?
Tell you what, this is where I'm going to pause. This is something risky,
Okay.
so we're going to call for a roll.
How do you
All
set
right.
context in this thing? I'm so confused.
So you get one die.
Okay.
Do you think that you're prepared for this?
Yeah. I've been letting other people talk. I've been formulating my own plan on my end.
All right. So take an extra die for that. Are you an expert?
No, I'm an engineer.
But I'll
Fair.
help. I'm helping.
Okay.
Can
Okay.
can we all help, or is it limited to one person?
So so I was going to say how do you try to help, but you've all been helping. So we're
I
going
also just want to stand behind the engineer and like flash my teeth, which have been like filed to points that don't really do anything. Just makes me look more intimidating, and I just like
I mean,
smile.
maybe they stab things, so that's probably good.
I mean, they rend for sure. I don't want to tell you the story about that, but anyway, moving on.
So each of you make a roll. Are you using lasers or feelings?
I'm using feelings. But what are you using?
I think I'm using lasers because I am trying to appeal to this captain's sense of duty, his understanding of our situation right now. We're not doing so great. He gets that. He knows there's a command structure we're not prepared to follow right now.
Okay.
So, yeah.
First of all, what I need is Rick to make a roll. Rick, are you prepared and are you an expert?
I am not prepared, but I am an expert at talking my way out of bullshit.
All right, so you want to roll 2 dice and see how many roll over your number.
Okay. No. Do the thing. One of them rolls over my number and the other rolls my number.
Yeah.
Oh, you get laser feelings, so you get a special insight. Ask a question.
So, does the captain we are speaking to, whose name I'm forgetting because I'm bad at names,
Captain Jenker.
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 Jenker,
Does Captain
yes.
Jenker look like maybe our captain did when he was doing the weird things with the something else?
Oh no, he is not possessed by the psychic entity. No.
Okay. All right.
Okay, so you succeed in helping. So there's 1 extra die for Jonas, but there's going to be there's at least 1 complication now.
Okay.
Also, same thing for Damien. 1D. Are you prepared?
I'm always prepared.
Are you an expert?
At intimidation, but probably not talking about.
So are you using
Yeah.
lasers or feelings?
I'm gonna use feelings.
Then I
This
think
is like-
Then I think I think the expert counts.
Okay.
So roll 3 dice and see how
Okay.
many roll over your number.
Okay. All 3 roll over 3.
Oh my gosh. You get an extra success. And you are going to... What in the world? You are going to see your extra effect in just a moment. In the meantime, now, with 2 extra dice, Jonas can make their roll.
Excellent. So here, so that is a total of 4 die for me. And let's take a look here. And I have 2 successes.
Okay. And none of those numbers were your number exactly, correct?
No, I actually rolled 2 2s and 2 6s.
All right, you do it well. And you're going to get 1 complication and 1 extra effect. Which could almost be the same thing. All right, so you were telling Captain Jenker to give you some extra time.
Yeah.
I understand completely, as I said, Captain Darcy, and it's very concerning to me, in fact, that Captain Darcy's in such poor shape. I think I should come over there and take a look. I will give them a help. We'll give some help, see if we can recover him out of the medical pod.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could give us a couple of minutes. We'll hail you back with the coordinates. And,
I see you there. I'm coming over in my personal shuttlecraft right now. Hold still, pull, heave to, prepare for friendly boarding, and I'll be right there.
Okay.
Okay.
And Damien says, "Friendly Morden, my big butt," and like cranks. You like the camera falls to his hand, and he's cranking up like stun 1, stun 2, stun 3, and then there's like a little fourth one, but and you have to enter a special code to make it stun
hang on. We're not quite there yet.
So he's like 1, 2, 3, boop, boop, 4. Let's do it.
Oh no.
If he comes over, he's not being friendly. He works for the Knife Queen, and I don't want anything to do with the knives. And he has like scars on his face that look definitely like knife scars, just like running across his skull.
Just wow.
Yeah,
that's real gnarly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
That is very gnarly. All right.
Oh, sorry, was that too gnarly?
No. It's,
Okay, all
it's
right.
totally fine. It's totally fine. So you see from the other scout ship this little personal-sized shuttle detach and start winding its way across the starfield towards you. Are you doing anything, or are you going to let this thing dock?
So have we turned off the comms?
I don't know. Have you?
So I'm turning off my comms.
Oh yeah, come off.
Okay, we are kidnapping this captain and getting the fuck out of here.
Absolutely.
Awesome.
We have a hostage from the Knife Queen. How good could this get?
So
I mean, it could get a lot worse.
So you're going to let him dock, and then you're going to take off?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay. All right. After a minute, you hear the magnetic clamps ka-dunk, ka-dunk, and zzz, the door raises, and there is Captain Jenker in all of his broad-shouldered glory, but he is flanked by 2 security robots.
Ah.
What do you do?
Security robots?
I mean, it depends, because if you guys have discussed with Beefshank what the plan is, his plan is to rush the captain and yell, "Engineer, handle the bots!" And he's gonna like try and like tackle the captain to the ground.
You got it, Beefy.
Okay, so that is. I am definitely calling for a roll on that.
Absolutely.
Oh
Two
yeah,
rolls.
are you kidding me?
So Beefshank,
Not going to be very helpful.
you are rushing the captain, telling your friends to tackle the robots. Is that right? Do I have that right?
I mean, they don't have to physically tackle them. I mean, like engineer, like boop boop boop, hacksaw them is what.
Oh,
Beefshank
okay,
is.
all right.
He doesn't know. Yeah,
Fair.
He doesn't expect the little engineer who types all day to attack anybody.
So the question is, what is it you're trying to do? You're trying to just tackle the captain, or you're trying to shoot him? Pew pew pew.
They said capture him, so it's definitely more of a submission and less of a like murder, death kill. That's different. Only Captain Darcy ever gives them murder, death kill orders, and he's not here.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
Nice.
So, are you using? First of all, are you prepared for this?
I am a dangerous soldier. I am prepared for this.
And we were plotting it out.
Right.
Yeah, I think it makes sense that y'all had a little bit of time to prep. And are you an expert? I'd say so.
Yes.
So you've got 3 dice. Are you using science and reason, or rapport and passion?
It's passion. It's 100% passion. I like before I do it, I like smack myself on the head a couple times, and I'm like, "Let's do it!" And I like look at both of the other 2, and my eyes sort of like one goes one way, the other one goes another way, and then I like
Jenkins your way through,
and then I press the button on my neck, and then I like rush forward. Let's see. Okay, so 1 failure, 1 success, and
wait.
What?
I was
Sorry.
we're helping, right?
I think that y'all are doing it separate. Y'all are trying to get the robots, right?
Yeah, that's.
I'm going to try and steer the ship such that gravity leans robots and captain off balance.
Oh, this is perfect.
Oh,
Shake around in your seat. Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so that's to assist, right? So, you probably have all 3 dice for that, right? You're prepared, and you're an expert. Okay, so make your roll, and let's see if you can give old Damien Beefshake an extra die.
So one of those rolls the same as my number. Two of them roll under.
Were you trying? You were trying to use feelings or lasers?
Actually, I suppose that is lasers. So two of those succeed. Although, I don't know.
You have
It
to
is
just.
tech. I'm using this. I'm piloting, but also it's kind of irrational. So.
I feel like this is more lasers than feelings.
Agreed.
In which case, I have 2 successes and a laser feeling.
Okay,
Yes.
what is the question you want to ask with your laser feeling?
I want to know what the Captain Jenker ship is doing in reaction, so I can maybe avoid that.
The Captain Jenker ship, as far as you see, is just floating serenely in the dark, inky void of space.
Sweet.
I don't think but I think that you know that there's a crew on board.
Yeah.
And not just 2 death bots that are the crew? Okay.
It's
fine.
not just the 2 security droids. All right, so Beefshake, take an extra die. Are you
Okay.
using? We said you're using feelings, right?
Yes,
So
correct.
I'm gonna roll over.
Yes. All right.
So you got 4 dice.
Wow, okay. So all 4 of them are over, and I got a laser feeling.
Oh my god. Well, they can't all be. Well, you have 3 of them are over, and 1 of them is exactly right.
Right. Sorry,
Yeah.
that's what I meant.
Okay. So, first of all, what's your special insight that you want?
Let's see. I think when Beefshake tackles the captain, all that's going on in his mind is like, what would Captain Darcy do? What am I supposed to do? What am I doing? And so I would like to be on the lookout for any sort of trap or something on the robots or on the captain that doesn't make any sense for just a snatch and grab, right?
I didn't get what the actual. There was a lot there to unpack.
Sorry. Yes. What should I be on the lookout for is the question.
What you should be on the lookout for is he's got a gun, and he's just reaching for it as you rush him. But you not only tackle him, you see, you got a critical success. So as you bring him down at the same time that Commander Dash moves the ship over to the side, he ends up smacking his head on the bulkhead, and he's knocked clean out. But there's these security droids coming. What's the engineer going to do?
Yes.
He is going to take out his stun pistol, which he has at the ready for just such a situation, and electrocute the robots.
Oh. Okay.
I'm gonna shoot the robots.
Are you gonna?
Lasers.
Are you sure you're not gonna fiddle with it to make it so it arcs electricity out of it? Does some crazy engineer stuff?
That feels like crazy engineer stuff, because
Look, we'll see how well I roll and see how well that goes.
if you set your
All right.
your variable beam phase pistol to electric,
Beep, 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 beep. Yeah.
this one goes to 11.
I just crossed out the 10, but I like it. It makes me feel good.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So are you prepared?
I am absolutely prepared.
Are you an expert?
Totally.
Then you got 3 dice. What you got?
Alrighty. And let's take a look here. Lasers is lower, and I have rolled 2 successes.
All right. Were any of them your exact number?
No, sadly.
Sadly, no. Okay, so yeah, you zap one of those droids, Bzzz, and you see it goes just like R2, and clunks over. The other one is making a I was gonna say a beeline. It's more of like a robot line, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is just
a line.
a Roomba. is proceeding with all deliberate speed towards Commander Dash, towards Rick, because Rick is the one making the ship do all of this number. What do you all do?
I mean, Beefshank, without thinking,
Cover me!
interposes themselves physically between the pilot and the robot, and pulls out his vibro knife. Sorry, is that trademarked? His extremely sharp, electrified,
Laser knife.
edged weapon. Yes, his laser knife. That is not a. Yeah.
Yeah, totally. It's a laser knife is not the same
Right. Okay.
as a laser
And
sword.
and I just don't. I want to make it clear that it's also that, and not like a Ripper from Warhammer 40K. It's. Yeah. Anyway.
All right. So, first of all, are you prepared?
Do you think that I'm in a position to be prepared, or
I don't think this is sort of a reaction to something. I don't think it's. But are you
Okay.
an expert?
Yes.
Are you using lasers or feelings?
I think feelings again. I really don't think that Beefshank uses lasers very much unless it's like take a shot at a spaceship or something maybe, but this is more like companion in trouble, physical blocking. You know
All
what
right.
I mean?
So you want to roll over. So you've got 2 dice, and you want to roll over your number.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay. I got a laser feeling and a failure.
Okay. So it does go wrong, but you do get one question first.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So let's see. What is the best way to disable this robot?
Probably the on-off switch on the back of it.
So yeah, I like have a knife and I'm like trying to jam it into whatever.
Right.
It's like metal, and I see like this big red switch that has like a little glass case over it, and it says in case of emergency murder, smash and turn off. And so he's like, oh, okay. And so yeah,
Unfortunately, you missed that.
right.
It goes wrong. You're going for it, and instead you lose your grip on your laser knife, and it goes flying into the controls, and now there's sparks all over coming out of that control console.
Which controls? Whose controls? Please tell me it's the navigator and not mine.
I mean, I don't think we know that yet.
Ah!
Things. No, you know what? I think it is. I think it's it's not the navicomputer. Yeah, it's not the navicomputer that helps you kind of plot your kind of long range vector, right? Mm-hmm. It's not for knowing where you are and how to get there. It's just the pitch and yaw and engine and all of that stuff. It's just bzz, bzz, bzz. And that robot is now just tackling Dash right out of the chair.
Ah!
What do you do?
So I'm gonna try and react and either roll with it to kick it off me or squirm and weasel my way out of it.
Okay. All right. So first of all,
wait! I got a laser gun too. I'm gonna try and use it.
Fair. So are you prepared for this?
No.
Are you an expert in this?
I am an expert at fast reaction, but I don't know if this would count.
It's up to you.
You know what? Yeah, I'm an expert at reaction.
Okay, so you've got 2 dice. Are you using lasers or feelings?
I'm using feelings because I'm just reacting.
Okay, so you want to roll over your number. 2 dice.
Okay. Rolling the D6. The 2d6, I should say. Oh. Come on, do the thing. No.
You can do it, Dice.
Unfortunately, today I'm using a
roller app.
not physical dice. I'm using a bot, and it's
The bot is taking the side of the other bot.
How dare it? How dare it?
So did you have any successes?
It's not coming up. Like,
Or are they just straight up not
see if
working?
I'm about to find out. It's just not sending. There it goes. Okay, so I have 1 success and a laser feeling.
All right.
Okay, so you're going to barely manage it, but you get some insight. What is the question that you would like to ask?
I would like to ask, can I still pilot my ship?
I think it's going to take a successful repair of the console by somebody who's qualified with that sort of thing to get that working
Okay.
again.
Damien's for sure
Right.
qualified
My
to.
baby.
So you do manage to shoot the security droid, and it's now completely disabled. But the complication is your comm screen is beeping again. Beep beep beep, beep beep beep, beep beep beep,
Don't answer it.
beep beep beep, beep beep beep.
Damien's like, how do you turn it on silent? I don't understand. Why is it so complicated? There's only like 3 buttons. Do you have to silent, computer quiet?
It's still on. It's now just on vibrate.
I can live with that. I can live with that. Move, please. And I haul this robot out of the way and get over to the comm panel.
All
And
right.
Damien wants to try and stabilize Jenker because he smacked his face and he's worried that he's gonna die of
Okay.
blood loss. So while they're doing that important thing, I don't know, Damien's just like taking he like dramatically rips his shirt and like he's got a peck and it's got like battle scars all over it and he's like wrapping it around this dude's head. But I don't think he knows anything about field medicine.
Okay. So let's resolve first the console repair. So, Jonas,
I mean, I can try and repair it.
are you prepared?
I am.
Are you an expert?
Of course I am.
So you've got 3 dice.
This is what
Are
they
you
have
using
hired.
lasers or feelings?
This is definitely lasers.
Yeah, I agree.
This is about as lasers as you can
You're
get.
not gonna like smash it with your hand and cry like in the
Well,
original
apparently
series.
that's what I'm gonna do because I have rolled 1 success.
Will she live, Doc?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, but at a cost.
yeah. There's gonna be a. I think what happens is, as you're fixing it, the sparks and electricity coming out of it zap along your arms, and now both of your arms are numb.
Ooh.
They're just like when, yeah, that feeling that
Oh,
you
no.
get when you like hit your elbow just the wrong way, and or if you got carpal tunnel, and
Oh.
now they're just like, yeah.
Yep.
I hate that feeling.
I've dealt with this before. I do hate this, but I've done it before.
But at least
Can
now
you
the
fly it
ship
now?
is operational.
Okay, you can fly. You fly. I'm gonna wave my hands like this a lot.
Okay, now Damien, you are trying to get Jenker stabilized somehow. Are you prepared for this?
No,
Are you an expert in this?
absolutely not.
All right. Are you using lasers or feelings?
I feel like I'm using lasers. I feel like what's happening is Beefshank is like blood is coming out of his head. You stop the blood so that your hostage lives. That's the rule.
All right.
So-
So roll your die to see if you get under your number.
Right. Oh, yes, I did. 1 die. I got a 1. Nice.
Okay. So, the Captain Jenker is alive. You've stopped the blood, but let's see. There's a complication, harm, or after that screen that you had silenced just flickers on,
Okay.
Awesome. I'm so glad you did that.
and it is Queen Katha herself. Y'all, what do you think Queen Katha looks like?
Oh, she looks
She's
like
probably
what's her
really
name
intense.
from StarCraft.
She looks like what?
from
Oh
the
no.
Kerrigan?
main woman. Yeah, Kerrigan from StarCraft.
Oh my gosh! So she's got like the.
No.
But instead of tentacles, knives. It's knives.
It's
See,
just knives. Oh shit, their knives are their quills. They just
Yep.
pull
Yep.
feathers off their body and are like, I stab you.
Exactly.
See,
The
I was
Knife
gonna,
Queen.
yeah, I was gonna go Tina Turner from Beyond Thunderdome, where
Right.
her entire mesh armor is made out of knives. But
But now
yeah,
her
I mean-
hair is made out of knives.
Yeah, exactly.
And she says, I have taken control of your communication systems. You will serve me or you will die.
Or we'll just get out of service. I mean, this connection's real spotty throughout most of the
Yeah.
sector. I'm gonna be
If we
real honest
just
with
if
ya.
we just reset the Wi-Fi password, that'll stop her, right?
That'll at least slow her down. Like 5 minutes, maybe, but it's a moment.
Okay.
I only need 5. Heck, I don't even need that.
Well,
So you have
that'll-
chosen to oppose my rightful rule that would bring
I don't
peace
know
to the
if it's
galaxy.
rightful.
And so yeah, I think finally this is the this is the point where Beefshank like crushes his communication device in his hand, and he's like, "Pedal to the metal, pilot."
Just then, a
Yeah.
whole bunch of pirate corvettes drop out of warp space.
Oh.
Pilot, what do you do?
It's time to get the fuck out of Dodge. So
All right.
I am going to punch it and I'm getting out of here. I might have to weave my way through some dangerous territory and may or may not make a risky warp space jump.
Oh, that's fantastic. So first of all, are you prepared for this?
Always.
Are you an expert?
Most certainly.
Okay,
By the
so
way,
you've got
that's how I lost my last ship. So
Yeah, Brad. I mean, I was.
You docked, I don't care. Punch it.
Yeah.
All right, are you using lasers or feelings?
definitely feelings because always feelings.
So you're using passion to fly the ship, not science and reason. All right. So you need to roll your 3 dice and
I
see.
feel with it and I just go.
Reach out with your feelings.
I know. I was gonna say this is that Anakin Skywalker stuff right here.
Yep.
Kind of, but not quite.
Right. Yeah, because you're not a Jedi, or
More
are
like
you?
Voltron shit.
Okay.
Yeah, this is some Firefly, like, throwing the dart from 600 miles away and watching it
Right.
land.
Right.
Yeah.
This is like I am a leaf on the wind.
No, don't say that.
Oh, roll those dice now.
Oh my god.
Let's watch them
Yeah,
soar.
I'm still very sad about that.
Yeah, it's all. It'll never not be too soon.
Yeah.
Right.
Never. 2 successes though.
All right.
Nice.
All right. Where is it that you're headed?
I'm gonna try and get back to consortium space because, like, safety. Also, warning people.
All right. So your warps probably, I think, take a little while, right?
Yep, so I'm
Yeah.
probably dodging around between some people before it gets up to speed.
Yeah. I mean, I think you've successfully entered hyperspace. But it's gonna,
okay.
but it's gonna take a little bit to get back to consortium space, as you said. In the meantime, you see Captain Darcy thrashing around even more in the medical pod. And
Oh, no.
at about the same time, Jenker is starting to kind of come to. Oh, and you see like the cartoons, like you see like
Big old
something
goose
like
egg.
like a big old goose egg, like just growing. Brrr.
Yeah.
I didn't know you guys could do that.
Hey, Beef, can you get him, like, tied up or something?
And so Beef is like already squatting over him as he gets up, and he has
You
like
have
a
a big
knife.
hug.
He has like a knife, and he's like cleaning his fingernails, which are always dirty with like weird space debris. And he's like, "How's it going, Captain?" And he like slaps the knife on his shoulder. And he's like, "I think maybe you should just stay right there and answer the questions we have for you," because Beef always assumes there's questions.
So you've got a knife to his throat, right?
Yeah, well, it's nonchalantly placed on his shoulder in a very
Okay,
threatening
yeah,
yet not.
yeah, nonchalantly threatening to chop his neck,
Yeah.
chop him through the
The
neck. Right.
accidental intimidation
Right.
check.
Yeah, he's
Yes.
looking at it. He's like, what? Let's all calm down. This all this violence is certainly not necessary.
But it's fun.
Also, you did, not for nothing, change sides.
It was not for nothing. What you don't know is that Queen Katha is actually the rightful monarch, as her father, King Belly, was once the proper monarch of our space.
So not only are you a
What?
traitor, you're also into monarchy? Ugh.
Yeah,
You're
that's-
disgusting.
Heredity is a terrible way to pick your rulers.
Have you seen what the consortium is doing to our people, though?
No, I spend most of my time out here in space.
I
The
was
farm planet Colex has withered completely under their oppressive rule.
What? Wait, what planet?
Colex,
But
where our pets went.
that's just a made-up planet. That's not real.
the story.
Huh! That's what they wanted you to think. Do you see how deep the consortium conspiracy goes?
And
Can you
like-
knock him out again?
I was
liked it better
almost
when
going to believe you,
That's
and
so-
then you said conspiracy.
Right,
and now I don't care anymore.
You say, "Can you knock him out again?" And like with that, Beefshank does not understand like Rye's sarcasm, and so he like elbows him in the mouth, and is like, "You're right. It's a lot quieter now." But I don't like what's happening to Darcy. And he like points his knife over at Darcy, who's like in the thing, like thrashing around. He's like, it's gotten worse. I feel like the cure was back with the queen or something. And then he presses the button on his neck and he stops stabbing.
So, yeah, just at that moment, the captain starts thrashing. All the lights in the ship go off and then come back to that red emergency lighting. And the captain is now floating very serenely. And you hear the captain's voice over the ship's intercom say,
Oh,
"It's okay now. You can let me out of the medical
I
pod."
don't believe you.
Can I have my
Does-
ship back?
Does Beefshank recognize it as the captain's voice?
It is the captain's voice, yes.
He immediately starts walking over there to open the
No,
tank.
no.
I place a hand on a comforting hand on Beef's shoulders, like, "Hey,
I
Beef,
order you to let me out of this is an official order.
Ah!
I mean, Beef is gonna take your hand off his shoulder, and you need to convince him.
sure.
Like,
Hey,
Captain,
Beef,
no.
Beef, the captain doesn't talk through the ship. He doesn't.
Yeah,
accommodate
you don't see his mouth moving at all. He's just floating like in the back to tank, like Luke in Star Wars. He's just floating in that, and you're just hearing his voice. But he's floating serenely. Before he was thrashing, now he's kind of like got his hands clasped on his chest and his ankles crossed. It is time to unchain me.
Captain, I can't just do that. You're kind of not in a good state.
I think
I am well now.
The
Commander
doc hasn't
Dash.
given you the clear.
Look, we're gonna get you back to home space. We're gonna have a doc clear you first. I am an engineer. I am not qualified to do that, but I
Wait,
am
wait, no,
qualified-
you have to say the line, Chase. You have to say the line.
I am sorry.
Damn it, Darcy! I'm an engineer, not a doctor!
Oh, right.
Wrong kind of doctor.
I have 18 doctorates. That's not one of them. Damn it.
But no, seriously, Doc. Darcy, I can't do this right now. I'm just gonna. Can we unplug?
And and like Beef turns to Jonas and is like, "It's okay. I know how to work one of these pods. I've been in them plenty of times." And he like walks over to like,
It's not Darcy talking. It's something else.
it's his voice.
Yeah, he's a puppet now. See, even he's suspended like a marionette in there.
You suspended me in here Before
we
I
just
was
think
able
we're-
to subdue something else.
Yeah, the
I
captain.
am now in control, and you will
I
release
don't-
me.
think
The
so, Captain.
The captain's strong. He's the strongest guy I know. He always beats me at leg wrestling. He can do it.
Let's.
Well,
I'm gonna
maybe.
go ahead. I hate doing this. Really, I do hate doing this. I need to cite consortium rules and regulations as far as removing a captain from active duty.
Okay.
I know it's in there.
All
I know
right.
it's in there.
Let's
Yeah.
do it. Let's roll the dice to see. So, are you prepared?
Yes. I feel like when the captain first went down, I probably looked it up.
Fair.
You're one of those officers. You're like,
I-
how do I take over
I-
the ship?
It's not that I care. It's that I don't want to get burned on this.
I think that makes sense. You were prepared. You wanted to make, because probably you were trying to figure out who is the next in line to assume command, and you wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense. Are you an expert though?
Oh hell no.
Okay, all right. So, are you doing lasers or feelings?
This is probably lasers.
I think so too. All right, 2 dice. See if you can roll under your number.
I do not.
Okay.
So I just stand there and stammer. Just
I mean,
you can't. I know you can't do this.
to be honest with you, if you had succeeded, Shank would have listened to you. But Beef Shank, you like start stammering, and Beef Shank's like, it's the captain, and he just like, he's gonna.
I'm gonna go press the button. The button on the neck that seems to be the stop button. I'm pressing that.
Oh yeah,
Okay, sure. Yeah, if you press,
the beef stop button.
if you, and this is something that Beef would have told you both. Like, what that is like a slow release opium or derivative, and it sort of like calms him down because
Right.
he's on.
It's like
a
space.
drink-
It's like space Xanax.
Right, because he's on space adrenals like all the time, so he's jacked up all the time, and so pressing that calms him down. So if you hold it down for 3 seconds, it releases like an emergency amount of it, and he will like sort of like pass out a little bit. So he reaches for the door, and if you press it and hold it for 3 seconds,
Sweet. So that's what I'm doing.
okay. So Beef
All
is
right,
like,
B.
here we go, Captain, coming to get it. Yeah. And he just like does that. I'm a big dude who drinks and like the step backwards, and then
I'll catch you. I'll catch you.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right.
I'll help. I'll help.
Oh,
Fucking
thank
big.
you so much. Thank you so much.
There
Rick?
you go, B. Taking your nap.
Okay.
There you go.
All right. you
Rick and
people.
Jonas. This displeases me. And now that the red lights somehow
The real captain doesn't even talk like that.
changes to a color that you didn't even know these lights could make, and now it's like those funky 70s black lights.
Uh-huh.
And the emergency lighting shouldn't be able to do this, but it does.
Right.
And he says, "Release me."
I'm gonna get real close with Rick. Hey, you think we could get the pilot out of here? Like, I don't want to go full mutiny, but at the same time, Cap seems lost, and I'm scared.
I don't want to just space him, but
Is it what? I think the Cap might want that. Unless you've got a better idea. Can you talk him out of it?
I will try.
Okay. Try that first.
So while I'm doing that, get it ready.
Yeah. I will, so I'll move on up to, I'm probably not a great flyer, but I'm journeyman. I've taken the requisite, the emergency classes.
So maybe not an
watch some
expert,
dials.
but you've prepared a little bit.
Yeah, I can watch some dials.
Okay. So what is it that y'all are doing?
So, go for it.
I'm gonna try to appeal to the captain because I know he's in there. This isn't the captain. This isn't how he talks. This is wrong. And
All
I
right.
really look up to this man, so I'm like really upset by this. So
So
I'm gonna try and appeal to him.
are you prepared?
Probably not.
Are
But
you
I'm
an
gonna do my
expert?
best. I am an expert at talking.
You're an expert. I'm sorry, I broke up for a second. What was that?
At talking about
Okay.
my feelings.
Okay, so 2 dice, and it sounds like you're using feelings.
Yep.
So let's get that roll.
Okay. It's hopefully it just does the thing.
Here's hoping.
Nice. Oh, wait. It's above for feelings. I was about to be upset. Both of them succeed.
Yay!
All right, and you were trying to. So give me a little bit of that fiction. What does that look like as you're trying to talk to? You're trying to reach to the captain.
Yes. Captain. You know as well as I do that we can't just do that. And also, this isn't you. You don't even sound like that. Who is that? I don't recognize you.
All right. You see one of the captain's eyes start to twitch. And you realize after a moment, he's twitching in Morse code. And you watch him for a few minutes as he's twitching. Now, all the time that he's twitching, he's still talking. He's still, or the ship is still talking, right? You don't see his mouth moving. You just see him floating in the medical fluid as before. And I'm ordering you to release me, is what the voice you're hearing saying, right? This is unlawful. I have succeeded in defeating something else, and am prepared to reassume command. But after a few minutes of watching the Morse code, what he's spelling out is, I think what he's spelling out is space juice, like the knockout juice, like you need to just render him unconscious with the medically. That's what his eye is switching Morse code, space juice.
Space juice. And I don't say that out loud, but I'm looking at like the dials on the fucking pod because
Yeah. There's one that has like a emergency medical coma sort of thing.
Okay, Captain. I'll do what you're asking.
All right.
And I press the space juice.
And all of a sudden you hear, no. And after a moment, the lights return back to normal, and you're still trucking along through hyperspace. After a moment, Beefshank, you come back to consciousness. What do you do?
Oh.
You all right there, Beef?
There, it was. Then there were the.
You just had a moment, man. Don't worry. Just wait for it to pass over.
Oh, don't talk to me for a second. I think I'm gonna bomb.
Please don't. This is a closed environment right now.
I know, but so is my
I'll get a bucket.
stomach.
Bomb in the other ship. There's
I'll
another
get a
ship.
bucket. Yeah, the shuttle. It's still open.
Oh, okay. I'm cool. I'm cool. I'm cool. All right. Oh. Ugh.
Well,
Okay.
once he clears his system, I'm going to go ahead and look into how to release the shuttle from our ship.
Oh yeah, no, you know how to do that. You don't even have to. You
Oh.
don't have to. Yeah.
Cool.
While you're in hyperspace, though, you're gonna release it.
I'm thinking about it. I'm not gonna, but I'm thinking about
I
it.
will tell you that you know that it's risky. It's not like automatic death, but it is risky. So,
right.
in other words, telling you if you do
no.
it, you're gonna have to make a roll.
Yeah, no. They'll yeah, no.
So Damien's like,
We can
Wait.
close the door, right?
I mean,
Not
it's already.
the door that I'm worried about. I'm worried about getting tracked.
Oh.
We got out of there pretty quick, but we got their shuttle, and I'm not opposed to having their shuttle. but we got their shuttle, and they
So-
probably know how to find that.
So Beef like stands up and like slams one fist into his hand. He's like, "Let's go over there and crack some skulls for the captain." And he like looks over, and the captain's like passed out in the juice again. He's like, "Okay, he's still there. That's good. All right, let's go." And he'll like start walking towards the umbilicus or whatever between the two ships, and he's just like checking his phaser, multi-frequency weapon, and he just like tightens straps. He's got like his chest is bare because he used it as a bandage, and it's all scarred up. He's like, "All right, boarding party, ready to assume control."
So you're just so the shuttle didn't have all that crew on it. The shuttle probably doesn't have anybody on it. So you're just gonna kind of like go into the shuttle to see what's up with it.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Damien thinks that there's people on it, and he's gonna beat them up, but nobody else thinks that except Damien.
All right. So
Have fun,
actually,
Captain.
Damien, as you go into the other shuttle, all of a sudden, before you hit the button to like close the door or whatever behind you, the door actually closes itself, and the shuttle goes into emergency lockdown. Warning: no authorized personnel detected. Unauthorized personnel detected. Warning: no authorized personnel detected. Unauthorized personnel detected.
He says, "Computer, how much DNA do I need to be authorized? Do I need to coat my entire body in the captain's blood, or do I need to just bring his hand over?"
Warning: unauthorized personnel making extremely violent threats. Warning: unauthorized personnel making extremely violent threats.
Oh, this is one of those fancy computers with like intelligence. Okay, hold on. Engineer, wait. Hello? It's
Yep.
not working. It's mad at me now because I.
All right, hold on. All right, I'll figure out how to pop this open then.
All right. Yeah, that's going to be a roll. So,
Can I help
How are you helping?
by dragging the unconscious captain and like?
No,
putting
you're
his-
locked in. You're locked in the shuttle.
Oh, in the
Yeah.
shuttle. Oh, I thought I was on the
Yeah.
outside.
No,
Oh,
you're
okay.
locked in the shuttle.
Never
You're-
mind.
You're locked.
I will help by dragging the captain over then.
I was
Okay.
just like, I was gonna drag him over and just push his body against it and like press it in a bunch of different places, but I guess
This is a lasers moment.
right.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So, are you prepared?
Prepared enough.
All right. Are you an expert in dragging bodies?
Maybe. Probably.
Are you an expert in dragging unconscious bodies without making them worse?
Probably. I've been on my fair share
Okay,
of crash
all right.
ship.
Okay. Oh, that's true because you crashed them.
Right.
Right.
Yep.
Okay.
So,
let's.
you weren't the only survivor. Oh, good to know.
So-
Damien files that in the back.
So you're using lasers, you said, right?
I am.
So roll 3 dice and roll under your number.
One of them succeeds.
All
Okay.
right.
All right. There's a So, all right, and so there's a complication, but Jonas does get the extra die.
All right, I'll take it. And I will say that I am both prepared and an expert in this because this is ship mechanicry and it's kind of my thing. It's what I'm hired on for.
Okay.
And that is going to be 1 success and 1 laser feelings.
Ooh.
All right. So remember that when you get a laser feelings,
Mm-hmm.
you can change your action if you want to and roll again. But first, ask your question.
Okay. What is the best way to disable the security systems for this other ship?
I think that you have based on your role on the ship specifically, you have a special security card
Okay.
for emergency overrides on consortium ships.
Okay. Perfect.
All right.
Yeah.
So you succeed, but there's a complication.
Sure.
And yeah, I think that okay. So Rick, you're dragging the captain over, right? You're dragging over Captain Jenker, not Captain Darcy.
Yeah.
Jonas is using his special security access to access the ship, to access the shuttle, and also that would, you could use that same access to shut down the shuttle. But and it works. The door opens up. Zip, you're able to go in there, and as you're shutting things down, you come out of hyperspace above Angolia 7, the nearest consortium planet. The problem is that as you drop out of hyperspace, there's a space battle going on in front of you with Queen Katha's space pirates attacking the local consortium space guard.
Oh.
What do you do?
Battle stations!
I mean, Beefshank turns to Jonas and is like, does this shuttle have some sort of, I don't know, ping system that lets it talk to these ships? Will they still think the shuttle is one of theirs?
Since we've got the door open, I'll go and check. Like, are there any
I
markers?
think that the thing is that the Captain Jenker had defected, but this isn't one of the pirate fleet per se.
Yeah, no, this is a consortium vessel right here. So,
Right.
Well,
yeah,
is his big ship at one of the fleet?
No, his big ship is back at the system that you left.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
No is the answer to your question, but we have some great shields, so we can go ahead, kick this ship to the curb now, and turtle up here for a second.
I think that might be what you and the pilot do, but I think what I need to do, and he like picks up Janker's body and like puts it in the seat. He's like, undercover ambush mission, and he like cuts himself. He like cuts himself on the forehead and like puts a stripe down to make it look like camouflage. And he's like, I'll take Jenker in this shuttle, and we'll occupy one of the ships.
Damien, I'm trying to get you to retirement here. Come on, man. Get.
There's a lot of pirate ships. There's probably a dozen of them.
I mean, Damien's like, if I can take one ship and sabotage it, it'll give you guys a better chance.
Or we could just skirt the battle. That's not hard for me, guy.
Well, that's what you got to do. But I get paid one simple thing, and that's to be a soldier. And a soldier doesn't leave battle.
Dude, they're not even close to winning.
I have to
Call
give
the
I have to
retreat.
I have to give the planet the chance that they need to survive.
All right. What do you need from us?
I need you to survive. And he like pushes you out of the shuttle.
And yeah, just at that moment. So that's when the shuttle undocks from the Raptor and just speeds off towards the pirate fleet. I think this is what we're going to call for a roll to see what happens. Because you're trying to board one of those pirate ships, right?
Right. So I have like an unconscious captain, and I'm just like going to try and wake him up and be like, get me on that ship, and I'll let you live. And if that doesn't work, we'll see what happens.
Okay, so what you're trying to do is, it sounds like what you're trying to do right now is intimidate him to help to let you get on one of the pirate ships?
Right.
Okay,
so,
all right.
Yeah.
All right. So are you prepared for this?
I mean, intimidation, yes.
Okay.
The plan is not good, but
okay. So I'll say you should have the prepared die for intimidating the captain, but maybe not if you get to the actual boarding.
right, absolutely. I'm not an engineer. I don't know how to sabotage shit except like break it. So
Right. Are you an expert? Oh yeah, you're an expert in this, right?
yeah, I'm deadly.
Are you using lasers or feelings?
Oh, feelings.
Okay.
This character does not use.
So you're rolling 3 dice, and you want to roll over your number.
Right. 2 failures and 1 success.
You barely manage it. There's a complication, harm, or cost. Okay. So you can. He's like, yeah, that's fine, that's fine, and he hits a few buttons on the communications console, and he brings up some of the pirates, and he tells them that he has, which is actually not incorrect, sort of. It's almost not a lie. That he has escaped consortium custody, and he needs immediate pickup. And they see him, and they see he's beat to hell. Very well. No, that's not how they talk. Very well. We will have security squad waiting for you and a medical squad to attend to your needs. And they give you an inbound vector. I'm going to cut back to the Raptor. Raptor, what are you doing?
All right. I am tracking which ship that he goes to, as well as trying to scan for maybe a bigger ship for us to dock at to see if we can provide some kind of cover. This ship is good for dodging and for shields, but it's good to take a hit, not deliver one.
So are you trying to dock with a consortium ship to help out, or dock with a pirate ship to board them?
I think a consortium ship.
Okay, so you're just trying to get to safety, more or less.
Yeah.
Okay, all right, so that's risky. So are you prepared?
Yeah, I think as soon as we landed, we got out of hyperspace and saw what was going on.
Well, so are you doing this, or is Rick Dash doing this?
I think Rick is doing the actual docking part. I'm just probably tracking Damien at this point.
Okay, so you can track Damien pretty easily. I don't think that's not too risky, just to see where they're going. Rick, is that what you're into, is trying to dock with a consortium ship?
Open to that.
I, on the one hand, do not really want to relinquish my piloting, and if I dock on someone else's ship, I'm no longer piloting.
That's true. And look, you're the pilot, so you're... And apparently, in this paradigm, captainship falls to you.
So, what does Commander Dash want to do?
Commander Dash wants to not get into the fray proper, but like I want to run some interference for the nearest consortium ship to possibly get an edge.
Okay, all right. So that's definitely risky. Are you prepared?
Like I said, I'm always prepared for some bullshit with a ship.
Okay, that is your whole shtick. Yeah.
Nope.
And you're probably and you're an expert in this. So, roll your dice. And are you using lasers or feelings?
That's a good question.
This feels kind of lasery to me. It's more like the tech, right?
Yeah.
This isn't slam it, we're in trouble. This is like this to me. I mean, you decide, but it feels like
this is battle
precise
tactics,
flying. Yeah.
Yeah. We'll find out in a moment once it goes through.
So you're trying to roll under your number.
I get one laser feeling and no successes.
But you got a laser feeling, so you can re-roll. What's your question?
That's true. My question is, which ship needs the most help / will not get us shot out of the sky to help?
That's okay. I got this one. So, one of the ships is captained by Captain Antos Beefshank, the son of Damien Beefshank.
Fuck! I guess we gotta help that ship.
Yep.
So, you can re-roll with your laser feeling. So you probably want to do that unless you just want to have it all go wrong.
No, I'm gonna re-roll. So, like, it's the same sort of idea, but, like, at the last second, I, like, juke in a direction because it's like, wait a second, I was going for the wrong ship.
Okay, all right. So re-roll your 3 dice. Trying to roll under your number.
I'm back. I heard re-roll, and then
I said re-roll. You want to roll your 3 dice and see if you can roll under your number.
all right. I only rolled another laser feeling.
All right, you get another question. You get special insight into what's going on.
Okay, so special insight time. I'm gonna ask, which pirate ship would crashing into do the most damage to the battle at large?
Did you say crashing into
I'm
one of the pirate
trusting in our
ships?
shield.
That's what I heard.
That's going to be extremely risky.
Yee.
Okay. Yeah, I think there's one that has the Queen's consort in command, and crashing into her ship would definitely do the thing.
We got good shields.
But crashing into a ship, that's a whole thing. That's not buzzing, that's crashing.
And not for nothing,
So-
that kills the captain. As I point back
That
to-
kills
Let's
all of
assume
you.
The actual crash plan. That's like a backup.
Okay.
All right, so now you can re-roll, because that was just insight, right? That's not an action that you were taking. That's just, you now have your answer. So now you can re-roll your 3 dice again.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it's just that time of night. That's a little frustrating. Am I back?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So, shoot. I'm gonna change up my approach
Good choice, probably.
just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going for Captain Beefshank's ship?
I'm going for Captain Beefshank's ship. But this time I'm going to hail, like just mass hail the pirate ships to be a distraction.
Oh.
Just as distracting as possible.
I would like to assist with that.
Not that they're gonna...
All right. So Jonas, give me that assist roll.
Okay.
Are you prepared?
I am not prepared, but I am an expert.
Okay, so that's 2 dice.
Yeah.
Are you using
the
laser?
virus.
Using lasers or Fiaplo the virus from your MacBook
Oh,
Pro?
this is about as lasers as you can get.
Okay, it's fair.
That is 1 success and 1 laser feeling.
All right, what's your question?
What is the most obnoxious thing that I could force hail them with?
Oh, you could force hail them. You could hail them, and there's this song that Queen Katha really hates because it's this whole like nursery rhyme about how she had beautiful hair but it got turned to knives.
Yes.
Yes.
I go ahead. I pull up Space YouTube, which absolutely has and I go to a nursery rhyme
Right.
playlist, and I just set that to play. I mute it on my end because I don't want to hear it because she's right. It's terrible.
Okay.
But I set that and like, all right, ready when you are.
All right, so an extra die, and meanwhile you hear knifey hair, doo 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 doo, knifey hair, doo 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 doo, knifey hair. All right, so
I love it.
1 extra
Perfect.
die for Rick Dash.
Okay. Let's see. And I guess this is like it's motivated by rash, passionate thought, but like actually hailing somebody isn't, very feelings.
Are you? But that's the distraction while you're trying to run interference, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we said
Yeah.
that was lasers. You've changed the situation a little bit to re-roll.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's still lasers. But you
Okay,
still got your
which
3
means-
dice. No, 4 dice. You got 4 dice.
4 dice. I got you 1.
Yep.
Okay. Here's hoping at least one of them. At least one of them.
That's all we need.
You've already got. I've got 1 complication on hold
Yes!
anyway.
One success.
We'll take it.
What happens is, so you do it, but what happens is you accidentally broadcast it to all the ships in the area. And everybody's distracted. And for a moment, all the lasers stop flying across space. We cut back over to Damien Beefshank in the shuttle. And the door goes up. And sure enough, there are like half a dozen space pirates and one of their medics there. And they see you. And they say, arrest him!
Okay, so just to be clear, I will roll lasers for this if I need to, but Damien's plan was to stab Jankers in the back because he's a traitor, and use his body as a shield and run through the people that were going to be inevitably at the front door, and try and escape into the ship.
Super risky. Let's roll dice.
Okay.
So, are you prepared? You're prepared. Are you an
I'm
expert?
prepared.
You're an expert.
Yeah.
Are you using lasers or feelings?
I mean, so here's the thing. All of this is running on like adrenaline, but is making a plan to like stab him in the back and then like try and escape into the bowels of the ship reason? Or is it like...
Oh, no, that's feelings.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, there's nothing reasonable about this.
No, I mean, I don't know why anybody would think that Damien would make a reasonable plan.
He pushed me out of another ship and went on a suicide mission. Nothing is reasonable.
It's
we
not
have
a
left reason.
It's only a suicide mission if I don't survive. Okay, so three dice, right?
Correct.
It sounds like Shepherd logic.
I mean, look, I may have taken some cues from a couple of things.
You may have favored many stores on the Citadel.
Three successes. Yeah.
You got 3 successes?
Yeah, I got 5, 5, and 6.
Nice!
What's your number?
3.
That's so awesome. That's so awesome. Yeah. So you stab it like he's like, oh, and his arms go wide, and that gives you the extra coverage you need, and you just go through them like a bowling ball, scattering pins everywhere, and you escape off into the ship. And as you look behind, you can see them all kind of just splayed out, unconscious behind you. As you get into the ship, what are you doing?
So,
although over the speakers on the ship, now is when you can hear knifey hair to do to do, knifey hair to do to do, knifey hair.
I knew she always loved that song. And so what I'd like to do is try and pick up a communication device because I crushed mine. I rage crushed it on the other
I
ship.
recall. Yes.
So I want to try and get a line to Jonas.
Okay.
And see and have him like direct me to like the most gut wrenching parts of the ship that I can do the most damage to, and I'm just gonna try and like do that.
Yeah, Jonas, you hear him his voice crackling over your comm.
Jonas, Beefshank, I'm in the ship. I made it. Now you need to direct me to where I need to go to cause serious harm to this ship and the others in the fleet.
Okay, we've only got a couple of minutes while they're going to be distracted by that frickin' song. Okay.
Wait, you can hear it too? Okay, good.
Yeah. But it was a close shot. 1 in a million. What can you do? All right. I saw the ship that he flew to. Is it like a scavenge consortium ship, or is it like a straight up like rebel pirate kind of situation?
It is a straight up pirate ship. It is not an original consortium ship.
Okay. Okay, so it's a pirate ship.
So it's probably like a reactor or something. It's probably like a reactor.
Yeah, there's only so many
Beefshank,
ways you can lay these things out.
So Beefshank is like, listen, what I need you to do is tell me where I can point the ship to crash into the others, and then I'll jettison myself out into space.
Okay, that we can do. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Did the ship that he landed in, did it have any sort of significance that I could tell, or is it just another rank and file kind
It's
of
another rank and
situation?
file ship. The way I think this... Oh, sorry, go ahead. Let's go with what you're going to say.
Okay, because we were able to pick out the one that had the consort on there. So I will go ahead and just point him as like, this one, 30 degrees up, 15 degrees to your left. Take that one out. Take it out, and everything is gonna crumble around you. We'll try and get in there, like get your vac suit going, and before you blow it up, it's important. Before you blow it up, vac suit, and we'll try and fly it, and we'll do a flyby.
I don't know why you're
yeah.
talking to me like I'm a child. And he like presses the thing on his neck and starts running.
Okay.
Look.
So I think that is an assist.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that Jonas
Yep.
makes a roll, and then if you succeed, it'll give a die to Damien.
Okay.
So are you prepared for this, and are you an expert?
I am not prepared. I am an expert at working with Damien Beefshank.
Okay, so it's 2 dice. You're using lasers or feelings?
Probably feelings on this one.
Okay, that's good. So roll over your number. 2 dice.
1 success.
1 success. So you succeed. You got him kind of pointed, but there's going to be a complication or a cost in a minute.
Okay.
So now Damien gets an extra die. So Damien, are you prepared for this?
Yes.
I think ship to ship. I think like like space marine combat.
Right.
It feels like. Yeah. Are you
This
an
is-
expert? Like you've had
Yeah.
a plan going in there. Like you talked about your plan.
Yes.
Yeah. So you've got 4 dice.
Okay. And I'm doing feelings here. Unless you think it should be lasers.
You.
Okay, because I mean, like I said, he's not a laser person, but
Go for it.
Suddenly Mjolnir plays.
So I rolled 2 laser feelings.
Oh. Okay, so you've got laser feelings. What's your special insight that you want?
I want to know if there's like a secondary bridge that I can use to sort of, instead of like going to the main area where there's going to be more people, and maybe like an offshoot bridge that I can get to sort of override things and then.
Yeah, I
crash
think
it.
from the engine room you could probably take over.
Okay, all right. Can I ask 2 questions? Or...
Sure, why not?
Okay. Let's see. What would a good question be? Do I know of a place where I can pick up several weapons on my
Yeah,
way?
I think as you're running past, I mean, you were just past a bunch of those pirates that you knocked out. They've got sidearms. You could grab their weapons.
Right. So I think definitely there's like 1 rifle and he like slings it over his back, and then he has like 2 pistols and he like jams them into his vac suit and he's like, okay. And then I'm gonna re-roll here. 4 dice. All right. 3 successes and a laser feeling.
Oh my gosh! So you get a critical success, and you still have a complication coming. What's your question?
Man, what else would Damien want to know? Okay. Now that Damien's been unconscious and had time to think about it, was that thing in the tank Captain Darcy, or was it the other something?
Oh, the
else?
other thing had definitely taken over his mind. No question
Okay.
about it.
So as he's running with all these weapons, he like gets mad at himself and he's like, "Man, I owe them an apology when I get back." And he just like bursts into the engineering room.
All right. I think the complication is as you get there, like, there's a couple of space pirates in there ready for you, and they, as soon as you come in, they start shooting. What do you do?
I mean, what I'm trained to do, which is just like duck and cover and start firing back.
All right.
But still, I'm aimed at my objective, so it's not like I don't stall out. I use that momentum, and they're like, "Oh, we're gonna get you," and he's just like, "Come and get it."
I'm thinking like Anybody else want to negotiate in the fifth element?
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, so let's see what he can do.
Ask yourself one question: how many bullets does that?
All right. So this is all part of your plan. So you've got 3 dice.
Okay. I really want Forder to get in here and like bash you into the. I have 1 laser field.
What's your question?
Where is this area the most vulnerable? So like, where's the most effective place for me to fire or do whatever to get my job done?
If you're just trying to defeat the pirates in here, there's there's like a canister that says caution, hazardous material right behind them. Or if you're trying to just blow up the ship, of course, there's, the controls to the engines.
Right now, I mean, I think as much as blowing up the ship sounds satisfying, I think he has a mission and he wants to go through with it. So yeah, I think he like fires the 2 pistols and then like chucks them because they're out of like space batteries. And he grabs like the rifle and he does like that weird sniper thing where you like turn it sideways. I don't know.
Yeah. So are you re-rolling?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you still got 3 dice.
2 successes.
Yeah, there's this blast, and they go flying towards you as the hazardous material just is extra explosive, and you've torn a hole in the bulkhead, but it's into the cargo hold, not out to vacuum. So you can, if you want, you sling your rifle back over your shoulder or something like that, and run it for the controls.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, he just like slings it back, and then he's just like, "Okay, I think I remember how to do this," and he's just gonna like.
So this does feel like lasers to reprogram the ship, though.
Absolutely. So what I'd like to do is call the engineer and even like the pilot. Like I just want to comms into the ship and be like, "Okay, I need everybody's help. What do I do? I see like 4 green buttons and like 6 blue ones. This one's yellow. I don't know if I should touch it. It's blinking."
All right. I guess I will roll for tech support.
Sure. Roll for tech support. That's a great line.
Can I also roll for tech support?
Yeah, you both can.
Be very helpful.
Yeah, I mean, I think Beefshank is like specifically asking Rick, like, what's the most penetrative point that I can aim the ship at? Blah blah blah. Whatever.
Oh, well, that's easy. Straight for the bridge.
That's fair.
All right. So both of you make a roll to see if he how many extra dice he gets.
Okay. I am prepared and I am an expert at this.
Oh, I'm not prepared, but I am an expert at fucking up ships.
Okay. Yeah, fair.
So go ahead.
Oh, 2 ones. So that is 2 successes.
Beautiful. I got 1 success and a laser feeling.
Okay, so what's your question on the laser feelings?
My question is, even if she has legitimate rule for the place, what sort of life would people under her kingdom have? I'm having second thoughts.
She's actually kind of a space socialist. She may be a monarchist, but, ultimately, the means of production should be owned by the people on those planets.
Dang it.
Okay, so there's a complication, but there's 2 extra dice for Damien. Damien, roll your lasers.
Okay.
So you got 3 dice total.
Right, so I am not an expert. I am not prepared, but I have 2 extra dice. All right, here we go. And for lasers, it's under, right?
Correct.
Okay. Oh, okay. 3 laser feelings?
You rolled 3 threes?
I rolled 3 threes.
That's beautiful.
This is weird. I mean, I don't. To be honest with you, I don't know if Damien has any more. Like, I don't know. I'm gonna reframe it. So it goes like he follows the instructions and he's like, "Yep, I got it." And then an error pops up and he's like, "What's this error? I don't understand." And right about then, like the communication gets detected on the ship, right? And so I can't talk to them anymore. So I'm like, okay.
Remember that complication that I said I still had handy? You
Yeah.
hear over the voice, you hear the younger Captain Beefshake's voice go over your comm and say, "Dad,
Kiddo, what are you doing here?
I'm fighting a battle. What are you doing here?"
Even in the odds.
All right, so make your re-roll now.
Okay. Come on. You can do it. 1 success.
You barely. So you've got your ship pointed at the consort ship, and you're running back. You've got your vac suit on, and you get to the airlock to jump out, but the airlock is jammed. It's not opening.
I should have paid attention in those gosh darn classes. And I'm like, okay. And so, I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure if at this point he would call and be like, I need help. He's more like, I'm going to bash the crap out of this and it's going to open. That or do I have explosives on me in this vac suit because I will put them on the door.
I think that you being the soldier, you totally would. Like the others wouldn't, but I think you would have some kind of like placed charges.
Right. So I absolutely am like in the gauntlet of the vac suit. It comes out like foam, like a shaving cream, and he just goes and like makes a opening in the door with it. And then, like sticks his thumb in it, and that leaves by like a little, explosive, and he's just going to hide and try and do that.
All right. So, yeah, are you prepared? You were definitely prepared, clearly.
Prepared. Yep.
You're an expert.
Yep. Is this lasers, though?
All right. 3 dice, though. That's not bad.
Okay. 1 success. Oh, no, sorry. 2 successes.
Yeah, no, it works. You kind of run back around a bulkhead, and after a minute, there's an explosion. Boom! And you have to hold on tight as all the air is decompressing as the ship is venting out into space. And the other 2 of you, Rick and Jonas, you can definitely see where that ship is now venting out into space. What do you 2 do?
Yep, there's my cue.
All right.
I'd start heading there.
All right, so... I'm sorry, what were you going to say?
Oh, and I get ready to play catch with an airlock.
Oh my gosh, that's going to be awesome. So first of all, I think there's 2 things here. I think there's Rick trying to get that vector in right, and then there's going to be Damien jumping out and trying to get caught. So first, I want to see how things go with Commander Dash piloting the ship. So Commander Dash, you want to roll your dice and use lasers or feelings?
Yeah, I'm totally using feelings because I'm running on adrenaline and like what is by now instinct in piloting this thing.
Right, and you've probably got 3 dice. Yeah, this was your plan.
Yep. That is 3 successes.
Oh yeah, not only you've got it dialed right in. Just at that moment, you hear one of the other consortium ships come over the communicator, and you hear what's her name? This is Captain Amen. We have your back. We've got you covered. And just then, you hear this, and a bunch of consortium fighters just come clearing the way for you, just blowing out of the way every other pirate ship in front of you. Yeah, and then and all of that, you see them explode. Didn't you hear that same female voice come back? The way is cleared. Go ahead, Raptor.
I love my job.
Okay.
All traces of concern go out the airlock.
So now, Jonas, make your assistance roll to see if you
right.
can give an extra die.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and say I am prepared and an expert at this. This is just playing with the ship. Let's take a look here. That is going to be 3 successes.
Oh! Yeah. So you're going to get an extra... You know what I'm going to say, just because it's going to be complicated? Hey, Damien, why don't you take 2 extra dice?
Mm-hmm.
We're almost at the end here. This is fun.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
I pop the airlock open. I pop my own vac suit on. and
Hopefully
I'm
not in that
putting it
order.
on. Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Yeah. Whoops.
As it's decompressing, it just and I grab onto the outside, and I am riding the outside as all these explosions are going.
All right. So, Damien, you got 2 extra dice. You're prepared. You are an expert. Give us a little bit of that fiction of what it looks like as you're headed out there.
So, like, Beefshank is behind a bulkhead, and then he's like, I know I've seen the signal. I know it. I know my crew. They got me. And he, like, locks in his mag boots on his vac suit and slowly, like, walks up to the thing, and then he sees the Raptor, like, super close, where he can almost touch it as it goes by. And the ship's, like, rotating, and he just sort of, like, leaps out and, like, covers his head with his arms, and it's sort of like bulleting towards
All right, so let's get those
bonus.
dice roll and see how well that goes. Remember, 2 extra dice.
Yep. Okay.
Is that lasers or feelings?
I feel like it's so technical that it has to be laser, unfortunately. Like,
All right.
I feel like adrenaline is not what's going to get him through. What's going to
But
get
you've
him
got
through
5 dice, so that's still pretty good.
True. Okay. 1 success and 1 laser feeling.
What's your question? Or do you have any?
I mean, I think the question is should I actually retire? Is it time?
The answer is, oh, hell yes.
Okay. So yeah, so he gets that 1 success, and he's just like, I'm fucking too old for this shit. And yeah.
All right. I think so what happens is, as you are clearing the ship, the pirate ship behind you starts to explode, and the concussive wave from it knocks you unconscious. But it's okay, because Engineer DeWitt is prepared, and just when your hands are about to go past, DeWitt just stretches that extra bit more and grabs you and pulls your unconscious body back into the Raptor. Epilogue, a week later, all 3 of you receive the Space Nebula, the second highest award the consortium offers. Captain Darcy is there. He's in a like mobile medical pod, this time properly controlled, and he's getting an award for being injured under, by the psychic entity. Congratulations, you have saved the consortium from takeover by Space Queen Katha.
So we're the bad guys, is what you're saying.
Well, we look down and we look at our pitch black uniforms and silver medals. Oh no!
We're the baddies.
Yep. And Beefshank turns to his companions and says, "Are we the bad guys?"
And scene. Oh my gosh! Thank you for playing this. I've been wanting to play this. And this game is so good. I can't believe how much fun this is. I hope y'all had a good time.
This was a blast.
This was so much fun.
So much fun.
So let's do a quick outro, and then we're going to raid variant roles, which, let me be clear, is a very different vibe tonight. As they're doing this game about Alzheimer's and a fundraiser, but it's very good stuff. Let's go around quickly here, though, and do the thing where you tell us where people can find you on the internet and what your favorite moment tonight was. And let's start with Ran.
Hey everybody, it's Ran. I played Damien Beefshank tonight, and it was great. Thank you everyone for coming by. Thank you to the players and also the Space Master. I don't know if that's, whatever you would like to be called. For letting me be here and do this. Man, I've shoved the books on Twitter. Just, such a good time. And now, my favorite moment. I think it was, for me personally, people trying to convince Beefshank that Darcy was was possessed. That was I was like, you got to do it. You got to convince me. And everyone was like, I roll failures. I'm like, all right, there we go. So, yeah, it was great.
Cool. Chase, how about you?
Yeah, you can find me on Twitter at TQLoudly. Thank you so much for having me. This was a blast. This has also been on my to-play list for a very long time. The author who penned this system is inspiration for some of my back-of-the-head projects I've been working on. Especially, what was it? Goat Party is also up there as well. That looks... Your goats trying to crash parties. It's great. I know, right? Yeah, I don't remember if that's the actual name of it, but Honey Heist, all of them, all these one-page...
Oh, yeah, all these things that are like hacks of Lasers and Feelings, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But no, big fan of those, and this has been an absolute blast. You can find me on Twitter at TQLoudly. You can also find me on a collection of podcasts. The most relevant to this one is Another Path. It is a theatrical tabletop adventure that you can find every other Wednesday on whatever podcatcher you choose. A new episode is dropping tomorrow. We are a good chunk into season 2, but if you want to get caught up real quick, at the season break, we did record a catch-up episode that's a tight 45-ish minutes. That's a really great synopsis of everything that happened in season 1, and then you're only 8 episodes behind. But all of it is super, super fun. And yes, Untitled Goat Game.
Cool.
Look, I could talk a lot about Untitled Goose Game, but I'm not going to because I'm already talking a lot.
Favorite moment tonight?
Favorite moment tonight? Absolutely going to be riding through an explosion-ridden field trying to catch my good soldier buddy. I love it when dice tell the story, and the story of the engineer being the last link to being the physical savior. That's something I like, and explosions are great too.
Explosions are always great. Forda, how about you?
Well, I'm Forda Fair on pretty much all the social media, including AO3, Archive of Our Own for those who don't know. And we are dropping the next chapter of a fic I've been working on for the last 4 or 5 months, and I'm super excited for that. Happens tomorrow, probably in the evening.
Awesome. What are you writing?
Fate? What?
What universes you do?
Digimon,
AOV?
because I'm a nerd.
I'm sorry. What was it?
Digimon.
Digimon.
Excellent.
Why does that not surprise me in the least after having known you for a few months now?
Hey.
It's fine.
We all have our brand.
Listen. You can see the Star Wars poster behind me and my Star Wars hat and all this stuff. So I'm the last person to judge somebody for nerdery.
I'm sitting in front of the the special edition American flag that came with the Assassin's Creed 3. I've got nowhere to
Oh my gosh, yeah. Forda, what was your favorite moment tonight?
Okay, so there were a lot of great ones, but I think my favorite moment of the night was the brief consideration of crashing my ship through another ship just in case. Because, that's just a normal thing in space combat. You gotta
That's what you do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's pretty good. Quickly, my favorite... I'm going to go in reverse order for myself for reasons. My favorite moment tonight was actually... I think it was there was so many. I think it was actually the quiet moment of the psychic entity known as something else trying to take over the ship, and just kind of dig into the creepiness for a few minutes, which is always my jam. And so you can find me here, obviously, on Saturday nights. Ranlem and Forda and I and a few other folks play Blades in the Dark, also from John Harper. So that's Saturday nights at 7 Central. And we are coming up on our third session, and there's going to be fun. They run an espionage crew in a steampunk occult city. So it's fun times. What else? I hope to run some more one-shots like this of short indie games like that. We'll see what happens next week, but follow me on Twitter or my blog, technoskull.me, and obviously here. That's the thing. Thanks, everybody, for playing. I had a great time. This was so much fun for me, and that's it for tonight.